Hi everyone, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. How are you all today? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. Thank you for your likes and comments. Thank you for your donations to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It helps me keep going with this, and I'm also bringing new things, which I'm always trying to do. Some of you have asked for the seaside video that I produced when I did the Haunted Picton video. That'll be coming soon. We've just got so much news at this time to take a look at with what is going on in the US, and of course as always, what is going on in Europe and also the Asia Pacific region. But first to the US, and of course I want to read on the subject of my last video. When I looked at it from an intuitive point of view, I felt that Trump had taken those classified documents, some at the highest levels. I felt he had taken that to cover a potential alleged crime that he had, that there was a paper trail of, related to his past presidency, his decision-making in his last presidency. Since then, we've seen copies of letters where he's authorised Pat Cipollone and Meadows as the keeper of his records, where if he should pass or anything happened to him. I mean, clearly there are things that he did during his presidency that he could be prosecuted for, and we know he was impeached in the House for one of those, I guess, lawless type of activity in withholding congressional money to Ukraine. I said a few readings ago I thought Mark Meadows had flipped. Now we learn that there is a mole within his Mar-a-Lago set. Is it Mark Meadows? Is it someone that works there? Is it a secret security agent, a secret service agent, or is it indeed a member of his family who has flipped, who has turned on Trump? Let's start there. I also want to say that the drumming up, the beating up of this has resulted in a MAGA person killed today in Ohio after he attempted to shoot the FBI. So, all right, there's lots to read on. Let's get going with who the informant might be. Is this Mark Meadows? Is this Mark Meadows? Who is this informant? Show me this informant, please. Who is this informant? Who is this informant? It could even be someone that works at Mar-a-Lago, because I'm seeing somebody writing in a visitor's log, or somebody that kept a log. All right, is it Mark Meadows? All right, so we have here the King of Pentacles comes out, the oligarch, Trump himself. And we have crossed by the Three of Pentacles, dark money, three people perhaps involved, somebody within his team. This is around people working together. And that is crossing the King of Pentacles. So it is somebody close to him, somebody that works with him. I can say that from the cards. And we see here the Eight of Rods, or the Eight of Wands. Things coming out very, very, very quickly is the foundation of the reading. It could be more than one person. It could be a number of people here. We have the Empress card in the past. And as you know, this is my card for Russia, the Empress card, but it's also a woman. It could also be a woman that is a mother. And of course, the other draw I get to somebody who's flipped the two, Ivanka Trump, his daughter, and Mark Meadows were the two that I thought had flipped. Now, in the sky, we've got Seven of Rods. So standing one's ground, but also defending oneself. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That is like a slow-moving and reliability. Let's keep going. The Eight of Swords, somebody who's quite frightened at this time, restricted, even verging on paranoia. And we have the kind of card that I would expect to come up, the High Priestess. And of course, she is secrets to be revealed. Secrets to be revealed. It's almost like bondage here. The other woman in his life is Melania, though. But anyway, let's just keep going. We've got the hopes and fears, the partisanship, the fighting, obstacles, challenges. The environment is highly partisan. So we've got the Ace of Cups, love. This is emotions, overflowing emotions. Who is it? Is it Mark Meadows? Well, the Ace of Cups is actually a yes card, and it's clarified by the Hierophant, the government, the courts. So I feel Mark Meadows has flipped. I feel Mark Meadows has shared, to get out of trouble, Six of Swords, and we've got the surprise here and the offer here with the Page of Cups. I feel, the moon, clarified by the moon, secrets to be revealed, and my national security card, which, as you know, always came up in that last reading. So I think it's likely to be Meadows. I'm not going to look at anybody else, although, there could be three people involved here. They do have the surveillance footage from Mar-a-Lago that was obtained some months ago. All right, so as I said, I've always thought that my money is on Mark Meadows flipping. All right. I want to also read whether or not there's an espionage element to this. My feeling has been the records were taken to cover up potential crimes. Through his own decision-making, he didn't want his signature on anything that would link him to a potential crime. And I go back to matters around Ukraine. You take your pick. Russia, you take your pick. However, January the 6th events, what he authorised around January the 6th, it could be all of the above. All those boxes could be ticked. Let's see if he intended to sell these secrets. Now, that is somewhere I didn't go, but you want me to go there, so I'm going to go there. Did Trump intend to sell these? I'm seeing restriction. Did he intend to sell these secrets? So we've got the spy in the camp. We've got gossip. We also have, that's like sort of treasonous behaviour, and we have the Page of Pentacles. These aren't big, like I would think that he would actually use his mouth to convey those rather than hand over copies of the document. I think he's already done that in some way without the need for these documents in the past, whether it be in his Russia meetings or back channels to the Saudis. We've got the Ten of Cups here. That's the family card. And again, my pull is toward trying to protect himself and other members in his family from a paper trail that could incriminate him. Here we have him in the past as the King of Pentacles. And we've got the Tower up in the sky. So I'm feeling already that this is, yes, the Tower is upon him. Yes, the walls are closing in on him. We all know that. But this also is my card for January the 6th. Let's keep going. The Nine of Pentacles would indicate there could be some truth in this. There could be an espionage type of activity involved. Why would he need those documents? Yeah, selling it to the highest bidder. We've got disappointment here. 3 cups lost, 1 cup remaining. Haven't got to the... Okay, so he's disappointed. There could have even been an intention to do so. He may not have done that yet, but there could have been an intention to do so. So there's a lot of reasons here, and if you know Trump, you will know that he does things for more than one reason. The 10, protection. That's what I got just then. It could have been almost like a blackmail. Anything's possible with him. So we have here the 10 of rods in the hopes and fears. So, this is like the end of a cycle. He's juggling a lot. He had a lot of reasons for doing this. And we have the Knight of Swords in the outcome along with the Tower card. Let's see what's clarifying that. Review, plan B. So, okay, here's what I think in relation, and here's our Knight of Pentacles. Here's what I think in relation to the espionage. I think that Trump shared secrets all throughout his presidency with his allies, whoever they were, and we know pretty well around the collusion with Russia. I do think he had those documents to secure a paper trail that could incriminate him in the future from decisions he made during the presidency. Absolutely. I also feel that they could have been leverage. That's the strong thing I get here, that if he hadn't done anything with these papers at the time, he had an intention as plan B here, perhaps to do so, to sell those papers in the future, or do something with them in relation to espionage. Could have even been blackmail here. Anything is possible. Giving and receiving help, loans and debts, and the death card. So we know here that he's financially going to be strapped, and we have endings and beginnings and the World card and the Devil. So paying off debts, for example, that could have been a factor here. So while I'm not getting a pull that he's already done the espionage, I feel that it can be factored in there as something that he may have intended to do. But there's also this element of having things in his possession to blackmail certain people or as leverage. So multiple reasons here. So I want to go to the violence aspect. Well, hang on. No, I read something this morning that the GOP members have been told to quieten down the rhetoric a little bit because Merrick Garland has now said he has filed to release details of the warrant. We get to know what those classified documents were and why they were such a danger to American national security. And it will be very easy to put two and two together once we get that warrant list. So let's see, will Trump, now the ball's in Trump's court, will he file a motion to suppress the warrant details? Will Trump try and suppress the warrant details? Something fell out. Maybe. I think he's considering that at this time. Loans and debts, okay, so what's he looking for here? The Page of Swords comes up again. The spy in the camp, a truth being revealed. We have the pages again. Page of Pentacles, money, withholding money as well. Yeah, he doesn't want you to see these details. Nine of Pentacles, same cards, similar cards are coming up in different positions. This could also be around some of that emoluments issues as well. As I said, there's more than one issue here. So yes, on the face of it, the narrative is he stole, because he's not entitled to them, stole classified documents from the White House and violated, in violation of the law, and they subpoenaed him to try and get that. They cooperated with him to get them back. Then some documents weren't returned. They subpoenaed him. That didn't work either. And finally, they issued a search warrant. So, and it was authorised by a Trump judge and undertaken by the head of the FBI, a Trump appointment. So, let's see. Let's keep going. In the immediate future, I think he's going to try and block it, but I haven't that's his card. It has something to do with the money trail as well, which is why I went to Ukraine, holding back congressional monies. He's really got his back to the wall. This is in the here and now, and what the environment around is the Nine of Swords. The walls are closing in for him. We've got the Ten of Cups in the hopes and fears. He's worried about the voters not voting for him. He's also worried about members of his family. Yes, the Chariot card is the outcome card. He is going to try and, yes, he's going to try and suppress this, and he's working on this at this time. The King of Wands is my card for the courts. We do have the King of Cups and the Seven of Rods. We've got Russia in the frame as well. This is a person whose only option is to incite violence and lies around this legal judicial process. Let's go to the. I know I'm trying to get in as many questions as I can here. Let's go to the violence, the MAGA cult. It's quite sad in a way that person from Ohio that stormed the FBI Cincinnati headquarters to shoot the FBI agents outlined his plans on Truth Social. He was at January 6th as well. That Trump's big lies and Trump's incitement has resulted in his death in a shootout. So are we going to see more of this now? For every time there is law enforcement of the MAGA cult members' violence, we also get to see the extremism, and the cultish-like behaviour. So let's see, will there be more violence, please, as MAGA members? Oh, gosh, so we've got Strength and we've got the Five of Cups. We've got Lionsgate Portal. I'm pleased to say my cards reflected the astrology, but we also have my card for somebody passing over. So will there be more violence? Will the MAGA cult members undertake more violent acts in protest to the lawful holding account of Trump? Will the MAGA cult members become more violent? So we've got the past here, going back to the past, crossed by or signified by hope. Okay, so I want to read this a little bit more deeply than just to say it's okay, it's going to be okay. And I think I said that. I said that violence will ensue, however, it will be managed by law authorities. But I also feel that they feel there's no hope, that trying to take America back to the past, regressiveness, because that is the way that they feel they will get their supposed power back. It's like they're all out of hope now if Trump gets prosecuted. These are highly, they're all yes cards as well. The Nine of Cups, miracles, wish fulfillment. Odd cards, aren't they? But this is also saying, I'll bring the laptop down, this is also saying that it's going to be okay. It will be okay. You can expect these violent extremisms. However, it's not mainstream. It won't be mainstream. Now, we have the Nine of Wands in the past. It really is defeat. They were defeated as soon as the Congress was stormed. From that point on, now we have heartbreak, betrayal. They see this as a betrayal, a grief and loss. It's serious, okay? I don't want to make light of this. Now we have the Hierophant here. The Emperor card, control. The Emperor card, the president in the immediate future. I actually do think Biden might needs to give a national address. So this is control, trying to retain control and loss of control. Unfortunately, they see it in these terms. Now, in the here and now, we've got obviously the Ten of Swords. Somebody has died. This is complete and utter downfall. And we've got the environment around is the truth. So really, what has slayed these people? When I say slayed, what has led to their downfall? And that is the truth. And if you know anything about my readings, you know that for all of the Trump presidency, with the advent and rise of social media without sufficient guardrails, conspiracy theories, QAnon, we're confronting now the end of, in a way, the end of that cycle. We are being taught that now we have the Hierophant in the hopes and fears. They actually fear the government, but also this is the law enforcement, this is the government. It's in the hope position, and the hope card is here. So, yeah, temperance and moderation is the outcome. It is also a yes card, but I do feel, and the Chariot comes up again, I do feel that there will be more violence, but the emotions are overflowing, and it will be in the shorter term, not the longer term. And why? Because of the cultish, the Two of Cups, the commitment to the cult. So yes, there's movement right now toward expressing that emotions, but we also have the Temperance card here and some pretty good other cards which would suggest that those high levels of feelings will actually be managed by the law. Now we have the King of Cups. It's like who's got the higher ground. They're fighting from a lower scale of things. The law is not on their side, and we've got more mature hands on the steering wheel, and of course that is Biden, that is Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland is consummate, and I've said that all through my readings. You're going to get the law and this immature emotion versus a mature fact-based truth, and of course we see which has the higher ground. So at this, Garland, the law has the higher ground. They will defend, but you will see this. I think it's like a flashpoint violence. Okay, so let's just take a quick look before I get to the nuclear plant at Zaporizhzhia. I do want to say Kherson, the Ukrainian army, looks like it's pushing Russia from the Kherson region. I said that they would make gains about a week or so ago, and they are. I do want to have a shout out to Europe here. If we think that not buying Russian oil and not buying Russian gas has not been absolutely groundbreaking, unified, and brave decisions by each of the European countries' leaders, then you haven't been paying attention. Imagine your country saying, for the good of Ukraine, to hold back Russia, we'll turn the lights off in New York Street, in a street in Manhattan. We will conserve energy. We will allow those industries to have the energy, and anything that we don't need, we won't have. We will come together and we will say, you can have my portion of energy because you need it most. This is historic unification of Europe, and it's a strength that is just good to see. Okay, the GOP, which is diametrically opposed to that kind of bravery, isn't it? Have GOP senators and Congress people been told to tone it down for fear of what is going to be revealed that Trump stole? Okay, we know he stole because he's got them there. Probable cause. Okay, so have they been told? Are they now having a bit of a rethink? GOP, of course, it was politically expedient for them, wasn't it? Naked, shameless, politically expedient. And, of course, they're not the ones that die in cornfields in the police shootout, are they? Have the GOP been told to tone it down for fear of what might be emerged, or what might emerge? Oh yes, allow me some glee. The high priestess is here. Secrets to be revealed, crossed by victory. So they're worried, of course. Let's always couch this in the cowardly terms. The GOP. By the way, this isn't a Trump channel. Any Trumpsters wanting to come on and leave your nonsensical comments, they'll just be deleted. Okay. They're worried that when the secrets reveal, it will cost them victory. That it's a political calculation. They're very worried about what might be revealed. Very insecure is the foundation of the reading. The Eight of Swords. In the past, they've been almost worried. Well, paranoid, I was going to say, about what might emerge. Ten of Swords in the sky, crowning the reading. Ruined. Nine of Cups in the immediate future. Wish fulfillment. Yeah, they're hoping for a miracle, but yes, they have been told. They're worried about what might come out. And this is the Hermit. Really, the question for them is how quickly can they jettison themselves from Trump? Only when the political calculation is right. We've got the Hermit card and the Tower. In the environment around. In other news, Rep. Scott Perry had his phone seized as part of the Office of the Inspector General for the Department of Justice's investigation into Toady Jeffrey Clark. They are so worried about what they did on January the 6th. They fear these bombshells, the Page of Cups, and they're trying to defend themselves from what? They're particularly concerned about January the 6th and the truth emerging, and Liz Cheney as well. Okay, so have they been told? Now, well, at the moment they're clutching at straws to defend themselves. However, they know the truth is going to emerge. At some point, they're going to turn when it's politically opportune for them, so they can do the runner and show us the cowards that they are. They are starting to look at this thing another way because they know what is likely to come out. So they will do this until it is opportunistic for them not to. Yes, they are now looking at various ways they can defend themselves. That doesn't include such a closeness with Trump. Okay, let's go to the nuclear power plant at Zaporizhzhia. It's a worry for all of Europe because Russia has turned this into basically a military base. They've mined the outskirts. It is being used to blackmail. I mean, this is what these people do. Okay, let's see. Is it going to be okay? America and the West is calling for it to be demilitarized, so a military-free zone around it, so that nothing gets in. But Russia, I don't see Russia agreeing with that. So, is this plant at Zaporizhzhia? We know that the Russian generals have said when it comes time to set off the reactor for the motherland, we will do so with, bravery. I think it's part of their military strategy. I think this will force, as I said, an international body to try and intervene here. So let's see. Will the Zaporizhzhia plant, will it be okay? Will it be free from sabotage? Well, let's ask, will the Zaporizhzhia plant be sabotaged by the Russians? Will there be a nuclear meltdown at the Zaporizhzhia plant? Will there be a nuclear meltdown at the Zaporizhzhia plant? So what I'm seeing is the future, basically. Somebody looking into the future, and they put the future down. Oh, that's the image that I got. Someone looking at a crystal ball and then putting it down. The Magician card, it certainly is part of their strategy. That's manifestation. And we've got, there's the ball. There, the ball was a metaphor for the world. So we have here the Two of Wands, something that comes to fruition in time. It is possible, yes, unfortunately, it's a possibility. It is part of their strategy here. And we've got the Fool card, the new start, as the foundation of the reading. That's actually a positive card. The Nine of Wands, just as we see this card for the MAGA members in the US, this is also for the Russians. There's so many alignments here around what is best for our future. Now we have here Russia in the sky, for the love of the motherland. And we have the World card, endings and beginnings. It's a possibility. Nine of Pentacles. So again, this is this freedom, independence, but it's also leverage. And we've got the Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups is bad, can be bad choices, or the possibility of bad choices. We have Justice in the hopes and fears. Goodness gracious, that can be divine justice as well. And we have the Emperor card, retaining control. And we've got the Ten of Cups. Now, Russia would be affected by this as well. So right now, it's part of their military strategy. The Sun card, and the Five of Pentacles. If they lose the war, they start, Gemini, they start to look at ways to win. Now, these are the outcome cards. I'm going to say it's definitely the control of the motherland for the people, but if the war is lost. So the sooner that the international community can get in there and take control of that plant, they really have to pull out all stops. I don't like saying it, but yes, it is part of their military strategy to set off that nuclear plant explosion. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying right now it's factored into their military strategy. All right. I don't want to look at the future in that regard, and the future is yet to be written. The world needs to act to stop this. That's what I'm going to leave it there. Okay, thanks for the reading. I'm off for the weekend. Good day to all of you, and thank you for tuning in. Might not seem it, but when this is all said and done, the world will be a better place. Bye for now.